you are 40 plus, it's time to leave them young girls alone and get you a woman who understands the signs of a stroke. Start rewarding inconsistency with unavailability.
So everybody's gonna be consistent at doing something.
That time you confuse a lesson for a soulmate.
Bible never tells a woman to love a man. You're supposed to love her. She's not supposed to love you back at the same level.
Because when you have all these contingencies, you're not saying, I'm not going to love you. I'm not going to let God love you through me.
So somebody told me a long time ago, they said, look, before you go on a date with someone, release first. He said, release first, so that way, when you go on that date, now you're not just looking at them through sexual eyes. You can clearly see what that person is saying and what that person is doing.
But what is the kind of brother that gets sleepy after...
You can trust them to be themselves.
Maybe this will help. Will this help you?
Don't forget the maybe, baby. Don't forget the maybe, baby.
All I'm saying is we need to get in the studio.
Baby.
It's showtime.
Welcome to another episode of Maybe This Will Help.
Who's back?
Listen, if they only knew what happened backstage, brother.
Welcome to another wonderful episode of Maybe This Will Help. Maybe this will help. Will this help you? I've been wanting to do that for like 2 months. I just want y'all to know.
Give it to him one more time, man. Just because. Come
Maybe
on.
this will help. Will this help you? You gotta.
Don't forget the maybe, baby. Don't forget the maybe, baby. Hey, it's catchy, man. It's catchy,
What up, fellas?
Man,
what's
it's
up,
good.
fella?
It's good to see you back on the show, man. Golly.
Man, it's good to be back on the show, fellas. It's good to be back, man.
They've been asking about
Definitely
you.
good to be back.
They've
How
been
bad?
asking about
You know, I've been around. I've been around. You know,
Handling your BI.
a lot of work. Listen, man, a lot of work, a lot of prayer. But
Yeah.
you guys have been. First of all, man, I really wanted to wait till Dub pulled up, but I can say it again when Dub gets on the show. You guys have done an amazing job, man. You guys have definitely been doing God's work, man, and I'm more than proud of all three of you guys. You guys always say it, and I hate when you say it. But the actual factual, I did birth the show, but you guys have like it. Look, I don't even know. We don't use the word stepdad in my life, but y'all like bonus dads. Like y'all have really been on point with everything with the show, man. The elevation, the progression. I'm proud of y'all, man. Like super proud of y'all. And I thank you. I thank you for carrying, like my mama used to say, carrying the baton. You know, a lot of people, you didn't drop it, you didn't fumble it, you took it in stride, man. And I not only do I appreciate it, but I'm honored to still be a part of this thing, man.
Always and forever, brother. As long as you want to be, we definitely want you here for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I think that just listening to you and Mike talk, man, it just reminds me of the onset of this show and how it started being therapy. And as much as I've been trying to commercialize this thing, man, I love how y'all bring me back to, if that comes in God's ordained plan, then so be it. But let us not taint this place where it's no longer therapeutic, where it's no longer good for the host, and we just trying to look out for the people out there. So, man, I'm just grateful for the OGs still.
Did you say good for the host or good for the host?
Wow.
However they seem to, here we go. Look. Carrie.
Here they come.
Carrie,
hey, everybody.
What's up, Boski? That's exactly how they sound too.
I am
Oh,
back.
for sure.
Hey, Mike, you want to leave for 3 months just so we can get a welcome back like that? I don't never in the comment section.
Listen. I'm like, golly. Most of the time they be like, who that dark skinned guy on the show?
Yeah, the one that never sings. The one that won't sing for us.
Wow.
The one who just won't us to know.
Do we got one to go into now, or
after we check in? After we check in. Sheesh.
Oh man, it's good stuff.
I mean, but for real,
I feel like we should start with Carrie.
Of course, man. Like, bro, what's the deal?
How has life been?
100%.
I mean, we know,
Life
but
has
the
been-
people want to know.
Life has been an amazing roller coaster. God has shown his face in everything that I have done. I mean, even in times where I didn't even think, what up, little bro? Even in spaces where I didn't
pause. Hold on,
believe
Carrie. I'm gonna pause for a second, because you know how when the pastor don't show up and certain members don't show up to church because the pastor ain't there. I want to say something to Randall. Listen here.
Oh, hey, so in my mind, I was like, Randall, who is Randall? Oh, Randall. Okay.
Yeah, because pastor was gone. Okay, my bad.
Cold piece.
Go ahead, Carrie. My bad.
Cold piece on
Talk about loyalty.
Listen,
loyalty,
man. That's my right hand right there, man.
I know what you do with your right hand.
Wow. No, actually, it's my left. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Listen here. I can bowl and all night. All night.
No, I mean, I've seen some places in the world that God has allowed me to see, and he has spoken to me in some places that I've never thought I would be. Really just taking the time to, I guess, to be honest with you, to mourn, you know.
Wow.
It's only been, I was telling myself today, it's only been almost 5 months. You know, it's only been a little bit over 4 months that, you know, this is my first holiday with no granny, no papa, no mommy. And, but got God, you know, and that's the key factor. And realizing how sustained I am, you know. The adversary will allow you to think that things are that you are in turmoil, when in actuality everything around you may be in turmoil, but God has you sustained and has you covered. And nothing but God, man. That's all I can tell you, is the past couple months have been nothing but God.
That's good stuff.
Good experiences, some crazy experiences, some experiences that I wish not even I never desired, but all has been God and all has been good. So
if you had one thing to take away from your experiences this last what has been almost 2 months that you were on the show, what would it be? And then what advice would you give to the viewers, even that they may be able to implement?
There it is.
But that says here and now. It's something I share with my brothers.
I gotta show my thigh. Why y'all?
Don't pull your thigh meat out. We don't want to see your thigh meat.
Everybody showing where their tattoo is.
Go ahead.
Nah,
do it one time for the one time.
I got on gray sweats. Never mind. Go ahead, Carrie. Finish your conversation.
Wow. Is it too late to not do the show tonight? Can we just cancel?
Nah, bro. We here now. Tell them about the here and now, bro.
So it's something that my circle has. We all share this tattoo, but it has allowed me to be present in the moment, understanding that nothing lasts forever, and so you have to be present. You have to be present in the moments while they are going, you know, because once they're done, once they're gone, that's just it. It becomes a memory. And so you have to be present. And that's something that when we first brought up the idea of the tattoo, actually, when some of you guys had already had the tattoo, it took for me to be in Greece, and this is no no pun, but it took for me to understand what it really meant. I was really looking at God's work in Greece and going, I'm somewhere, first of all, I thought I would never be. And then second, look at God's work. Like, man didn't do this. There's no possibility of man creating this. And I realized at that moment, I'm present. Like I'm actually in this moment right here. And when we came back immediately was when we got the tattoo. So
remember what G Pops always said.
That's my takeaway from everything.
G Pops always told us water upstream can't be retrieved. you know. So you got to be present in that moment.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Absolutely, man.
Donnie, what about
gentlemen? I get to ask this question. Wait, no, let me do it.
Okay.
Go.
Gentlemen, how have you guys been? Donnie.
Michael, how have you been?
Oh man, I really can't follow up Kerry's how he's been. Shit, I've been cool. You know, I've been cool. I'm alive. You know, kid is good. Family's good. I'm actually looking forward to Thanksgiving. I'm not really a big holiday guy. I don't usually look forward to holidays and all that stuff. But this year, I feel like, especially with being in therapy, my mom, I've come to some realizations about myself and the relationship with my mother, and even the relationship with my sister. So, you know, and it hasn't always been great. But I'm actually looking forward to spending time with them on this coming Thanksgiving. So I'm excited about that. Super excited about that, man. But yeah, other than that, week has been great. I had a 5-day weekend. I've been off since Thursday, and I'm off tomorrow. So
it sounds like you got fired
on his day off.
Ain't nobody had on 5-day week. That sounds like fire.
They caught me stealing boxes again. Kerry said he needed a couple boxes. So Kerry derailed.
I was just trying to help you move your stuff because then I'm gonna kick you out for not having a job.
Pretty much. He making money off video games. So brother, you got to bring some income into this house.
Nah, my week is good, man. I'm excited about the show today, man. And if I'm being honest, it's because of this brother in the top left of my screen, man. It's just oh God. Jeez. Can we just have one serious moment on this show?
But it was so quick. It was quick.
It was.
Because I looked up and I was like, oh.
Nah, and I've been saying and Errol and Dub can attest. It's always been
pause. Wait, hold on. I want you to know that Errol and Dub is the same person.
Golly.
Same
Errol
person.
And Donnie.
That's how much he doesn't like me. He wants to acknowledge Errol twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, but
it's the beard. He doesn't like you because of your beard. Look, I've been growing mine for just like maybe like a little bit over a month. He's been growing his for the last like 5 months, bro. Like I think he got to stop payment on his beard.
And let the party begin. Let the party begin. So, like I was trying to say, technical difficulties. Like I was trying to say though, it's just the show has been great, and you know what I mean. I've been getting helped by the show, but it's still for me. It's still been a part, you know, that's missing. You know, when you got the full puzzle and the puzzle looks great.
It's the backstage face for me.
I changed my mind. You know what, Donnie? Come on back. I wish this nigga never came back to the show.
I didn't do it. It's his face. They can't see it.
No, I think he really having some issues. Oh, he's really having some issues. All right, but anyway, so yeah, that's
jock itch.
This
okay, I'm done.
nigga is coming back with a vengeance. Say I'm back. Oh my God, kicking in the door. Nah, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy that you're back. Like I said, man, it's gonna be a good show, man. I'm excited. I guess while Donnie is doing that, Kerry, would you like to do the honors for the first one we throw up tonight?
Wow, there's like been so long.
I know. Everything is towards the bottom.
I mean, clearly, that's what.
And they're labeled now. Look, wow. Jesus,
you know what? Terrible. This just seems like something that, Listen, if you my girl, I'll hurt bitches' feelings over you. I don't care. I'm gonna read it again.
I'm hurting some feelings if y'all don't let me check in. I'm hurting feelings. I'll tell you that.
Listen, we didn't know you still wanted to be on the show, brother.
Carrie did some kind of witchcraft, got me kicked off the show. Nigga, my mic turned off and everything. Good.
That's your you gotta pay your spectrum bill, brother. That's all that is. Listen.
Brother. All right, my bad. Can I check in? Is it cool?
I mean, if you have to, shit.
I do. I do.
No, I want to hear about your week. I do.
Bruh, let me tell you what it was, man. Hello.
See, this is why.
Yeah. Let me. Hello. Let's. What you mean? You standing by the pool and you ain't ready to get in? Get pushed.
This nigga back there trying to dip a toe.
Yeah. Hey, nigga, playing. I got my phone on me. Have you ever been to a pool party and got thrown in like that, homie?
Nah.
Yeah. He was one always throwing people in.
Yeah.
It's Debo, dude. I was there. And then the whole party turned on you.
You gotta go. Hey, bro, you gotta go.
You know, Mike is taller than the deep end and still can't swim, but it's okay.
Shit.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
You gotta have a tough skin. To be able you got
standing like this in the water.
It ain't funny, man. It ain't funny. This week was good, man. Therapy was on me this week, man. My therapist was on me about just the pressure I put on myself and the lack of patience that I have with situations. You guys know I'm at the new job, feeling all inferior and stupid because I don't get the information quite yet. And he's like, bro, you stupid. No, he was just like, man, you gotta be patient with yourself. But it's been showing up in other areas of my life, just like with like relationships, romantic, friendship, just my endeavors in life. And so this week, man, actually ended up being really good. I was able to sit in my patience, had a conversation at my job Friday. We did this thing called the truth about pressure, the pressure we put on ourselves, telling the truth about it. Everybody wants to say pressure creates diamonds and stuff, but an appropriate amount of pressure over an appropriate amount of time. We just sometimes we believe this hype and these quotes, and we don't have any kind of personal responsibility to the limit that we have, and then we end up breaking ourselves trying to prove to people how great we are. There's nothing honorable in that. You know what I'm saying to you? So this week was eye-opening for me. I was able to, tap into some things I really need to work on. This new job I see now is really going to cause me to confront a lot of issues that I have within myself. Therapist is bringing up. He always brings up this song "Bag Lady," and he said, "Man, the part of the song, yeah, Erykah Badu, "Bag Lady." He said the part of the song people don't highlight enough is that it says the only thing you have to hold on to is you. And so we are on this journey, man, continuing to, kick out the stowaways.
Is that broken down to a specific part?
Only thing you got to hold on to is you on the block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You catch the drift, you get the drip. So, you just got to hold on to that and unpack these bags, man, of unnecessary baggage that slows you down and keeps you from being present. So this week was good, man. Another quote that my friend gave me is my emergency is not your emergency. So this week I've been able to tell people like, hey, you call your impatience or your lack of responsibility, you cause that on yourself. People try to project pressure on you and you can stop it right there. Like, nah, your emergency ain't my emergency. It's not my priority. So this was a good week for Donovan. This was a good week for finding my way. And sometimes I'm the hoe, I don't love him either. So, you just gotta.
That's some honesty for your ass, brother.
Hey,
boom,
stop being a hoe, and hey, don't let him put all that pressure in your private area, bro. Yep, that's how I'm coming on the show, just like that. Jesus Christ! I'm shooting hot fire. Boom.
I said, damn it. Please tell me that y'all have seen that whole clip. Has everybody seen that whole clip?
Yes.
I said, damn it.
Every time you say it, it gets softer. That's what she said. Dub, you trying to check in, bro?
Hey,
What's
tell you
up?
about this check-in that I have over here.
Here we go.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm telling you what.
Okay. Well, I mean,
tell
well,
you what.
Since I'm back.
Who else is waiting for that? I know. I was waiting for that. Come on.
Man. I'm good, man. I'm good. My week was honestly at this particular point in time, I can't even remember my week, bro. I've just been busy working. You got your hand up like you in school. What's wrong, bro?
Can I ask you? Hey, did you just get a lineup just now?
No,
God,
that's why he was late on the show.
Woo!
That's that light skin. That's that light skin shit right there.
That thing so crisp.
Hey,
Jesus. This nigga just came from the barbershop.
Everybody ain't
right
able.
here. That's how y'all feel. That's how y'all do me right now.
Everybody ain't able.
Yep.
No, my week was good, man. I mean, honestly, I can't even
As he turns to the side for the fade.
My week was good, man. You know,
I'm just cool and shit.
Got me a new barber, and you know. Hey, your barber ever do that thing to your lips? Your barber do that to you?
He kiss you on top of your forehead when he done.
Terrible.
Hey,
terrible.
Hey, check this out. Hey, that's why I'm gonna hire somebody to just come and just rub your lips out of nowhere.
Oh, that's terrible.
Slide their fingers across your shit just like that.
That's the bum.
Hey, you know a devious life, right? He just like me, just come and just rope bar and just rub your finger on his lips. Yep.
I hate you, bro.
Listen here, man. You got the bum bump, bro. Is that if that's how your week was?
for sure.
Hey,
for sure.
I'm good, man. Like I was trying to say before you niggas keep on it. No, my weekend was all right, man. I can't even remember how my week went. It was just going by that fast.
Well, you ain't got to check in on then.
Huh?
You ain't got to check in on if you don't remember how your week went. Why are you talking?
You know what? This nigga right here.
It's always the light skinned ones when they use the N-word a lot. You know, I'm still not sure if you got a card. You know, you use it too frequently, man. Over there.
You know what? Wait a minute. Hold on. We gonna rewind this a little bit. Hold up, DJ Devious. Give me a little. One who ain't got no business talking about a black card right now.
Oh, I know I ain't got one.
Hey,
I don't drink I don't drink strawberry soda, or grape soda. I can't get it right. I don't eat watermelon.
Don't be stereotypical.
I don't like Mike's gums.
I don't say black.
Hey,
that's Whoopi, and Whoopi is Whoopi.
You see how this dude got the little Punky Brewster?
He cut him off.
Hey, you see how I got the little
They cut himself off.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
Hey, as long as y'all don't call me thick this episode, we're gonna be good, man. Yeah.
Hey.
Golly.
Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. Watermelon is gross.
I don't eat watermelon either.
Hey, I heard watermelon is good for men.
Why you worried about what's good for men?
Hey, what are you labeling yourself today? You go by she, her? What's your pronouns today, bro?
It's them. I'm happy that you even know that pronouns a thing, because bro, sometimes my brother, he work on that construction yard. His brother be out of touch. He be walking the areas. Me and Carrie be like, God dang it.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. You know what? God bless America. That's all I got to say. God
no
bless
place
America.
else.
No place else. Jeez. Is this what I came back to?
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, listen, it's gonna be a good night. All right. What we got?
Let's go.
It says watermelon gives extra stamina. I don't.
Yep.
Listen. I don't.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
It's not gonna help your 2 minutes, Mike.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Hey.
All right. We'll talk off the show about that.
If that's what y'all want to do. Accountability partners over here.
Shit.
Go get 2.5.
Not the man juices.
Oh, right.
All right.
What was the
Where
first?
was we at earlier?
Carrie did the honors of the first one for tonight. Go ahead.
Yes. Bro. Yes.
If you my girl, I hurt bitches' feelings over you. I don't care. Just like that, in that same voice, with I don't care.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah. I feel like it almost has to be that way sometimes. You know what I mean? Because some women sometimes just don't get it. So sometimes feelings, and you're not trying. It's not that I feel like you are trying to hurt the feelings. I just feel like you're not understanding what I'm trying to tell you right now. So now it got to just be a straight shot to the head. Like, it's a wrap.
I think some women try to test you. Go ahead, bro.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. But yeah.
No, I'm taking notes right now because this is something I definitely got to work on. I'd be way too accommodating.
Yeah, because women will try to test you. They will try to, like, because they feel like, you know, you not gonna go ballsy on them about your chick. I'm going left field. Like I'm going worse than what she probably would on you. Just to let you know that shit don't run here. If that's mine, then mine gonna be protected by any means necessary. So I'm not gonna let you slip, but because see, women like to throw little sly shit in, like, you know, the oh, that's your little girlfriend. No, that's your little bank account. That's my big girlfriend. No, cool, right, all right. I'm back with the full
hurt
shit.
feelings, and this is what we mean by hurt feelings. I get it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
I'm gonna hurt some bitches' feelings just to hurt some bitches' feelings. Hey.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like you battle with that?
I try to be just, and Carrie, you know, man, just going way back. I try my best. It comes from insecurity. Let's just start where it comes from. I feel like I have a very intimidating look. You guys know I'll put on some glasses to look less intimidating, dress a certain way, look less intimidating. I try my best not to frighten people with, you know, how I look and stuff. And I always, you know, I try to be extra nice. You guys know in the crew on most days, not all days, I try to be, you know, the politically correct one, the one that's like, oh, inviting, try to be loving and stuff. And I just don't know. I don't know in my core. I don't know if I start acting that way, if I can ever turn it off and how bad it will get. And I think Carrie's seen that other side of me more than anybody else on the show. And so I think that I became an extremist and I went over to this super accommodating side. Even when people say stuff to me, and my therapist actually asked me about it. Like, he said, it's okay to stand up for yourself. I'm like, I just don't want to give it energy, man. I just don't want to invest in it and try to correct people. I just want to let it go. He said, but when you do that, you're being dismissive of your own emotions, and that's not okay.
I honestly don't think that I think for you, I think more the fear of that is how aggressive you can be and how aggressive in some fashions. Yeah, because when Donnie turns that shit on, like, it's a whole nother being. You know what I mean?
That's what I was trying to say. Thank you.
Yeah, real talk. that's Donnie. Like,
hey, that's what the Hulk say in the movie. He said, "I'm always angry." What do you mean? You have to get angry? I always feel like what Errol says. I'm just trying to live it up. Yeah,
Errol is just your emotional interpreter.
No, that brother's my spirit animal. I be fighting some stuff, man. I be fighting some stuff, man. I mean, in my last relationship, my ex pulled me to the side a few times, and I've had that in a few different relationships. Like, dude, like, you see what she did, right? And I'm like, man, don't pay her no attention. Don't worry about that. And she just didn't feel protected in that moment. I didn't feel like I wanted to give it energy, but sometimes you got to dig into that, especially if your partner don't feel safe, or even if they feel safe, but they feel some type of way, and you choose to be with this person. Then when you chose them, it's your personal responsibility to say, okay, what do I need to work on here? Because this environment now houses both of us, not just me.
I feel that.
That's the actual factual.
What you think, Doug?
So I want to look at that meme again. Can you put it back up real quick?
Where is that post? There you go.
Gotcha.
If you my girl, I'll hurt bitches' feelings over you. I don't care. That's kind of complex for me.
I was gonna say, does this need more unpacking? Like hurt feelings for what exactly?
It's I'll tell you like this. I'm definitely a protector, right? By all means, I'm definitely a protector. Sometimes I just tell you know what I'm saying, my chick like, hey, don't even feed into this shit because if I go left, I'm gonna go all the way left. You know what I'm saying? If I tell somebody something, I mean, for the most part, I'm not really censored too much. You know what I'm saying? I try to be right, exactly. I try to be, but I'm the first person. You know what I'm saying? To the first thing that's gonna come out of my mouth is, "Who the fuck you think you're talking to?" You know what I'm
A
saying? And
bitch.
I know that's gonna start something. You know what I'm saying? So I typically I typically try to just, if it's really not a big deal, if it's really not worth it, I'm trying to look at it from a different perspective and just say, look, babe, it ain't even that serious. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just roll.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
this question: what if you run into the situation that Donnie has run into, where your mate now doesn't feel like you're protecting them in that fashion, or you know what I'm saying, like the notion of what you don't want to do because you are an extremist when it comes to what I'm saying, protecting anybody, what I'm saying, be it us, be it what I'm saying, that's just your nature. But how do you make sure that your woman feels that same sense of protection when
Hey,
you don't want to go off the deep end?
listen, if that's her issue, that's her issue. That ain't my problem. You know what I'm saying? Because push come to shove, if she's in any type of danger, I'm a protector. Period. Point blank. But as far as going back and forth over somebody say something and you know what I'm saying, some little words here and there, like I said, unless you really want to see me go left, you know what I mean. It's really not worth it. You know what I'm saying? So if I have to just give her the look and just be like, hey, mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I not even stunting the chick, you know what I mean? If I just have to give my girl the look and just say, I want her to know when I'm giving her the look to just say, don't even feed into it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if she getting her feelings hurt over some little stuff and make me want to just or she want me to just go left and go crazy just because you know what I mean of some type of crazy emotions or oh she said this or she's doing this like man I ain't fuck that shit that's just stupid.
This goes back to what the conversation we were having before about you find somebody that's kind of like on the same page with you as it pertains to how they do life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying to you? Somebody who has that same disposition as it pertains to you guys know if you sat down with me any amount of time, you always know one of my favorite quotes is don't take the bait. And I think the enemy does send people and assign women and men and all kind of people to come and try to disrupt your relationship. And you do have to, I think for me, it's just like, I am listening to my therapist, but at the same time, you have to let some stuff just wash off your back, especially if you're on a mission and you got stuff you're trying to handle. The enemy gonna try to send anybody can to send you a decoy, distract you and drain you of the capacity. Because if these people always get to you, then when you get home, we always doing repair work, we always doing maintenance and therapy with each other because the world is just crazy and people. All you want to talk about is how upset people made you and stuff. And I respect people who have to live life that way because that's their MO. But I know that's not my truth. And so if I find someone like that, then I already know I'm going to put distance because it's like I don't live that way and I don't want to judge anybody who does. But I know that I don't want to partner with anybody who does also.
That's a fact.
It's just being honest with yourself. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm over here getting text messages saying, because Carrie hit me up about, coming back on the show and we got, a lot of new audience members. Officially says he is my bestie. And I said, who? Carrie, someone who just started watching the show. So, people love you, bro. They love you. I invited them on the show and then they like you. So, it's all good. I mean, I understand it. I like you better like me sometimes, so it's all good. Wow. I will make sure I send that text back to them right now.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
It looked like it was
Listen.
No, that was not me. That was one of these treacherous two on the other. That was Dub. Definitely Dub. It was definitely Dub.
It wasn't even me. Look at you. Look
I'm
at
light
you.
skin. Listen, it's either vanilla or darkness.
Darkness.
Darkness is.
That wasn't even me, bro.
Shoot. We got Sheila saying if her feelings get hurt, that's her problem. He can respectfully reject her and feelings could still get hurt. Some people don't take rejection well. Some people don't take some people take things like even like just like being sly, like that slick stuff you talked about, Carrie. They take that as bullying. They take it as like my pastor was saying at church today. You create the story. Something happened to you and it reminds you of when you were a kid, or maybe when you were in high school, or maybe, you know, at your old job and your supervisor used to bully you. And so now you have this very sensitive touch or disposition when it comes to people being sly with you and whatnot, you know, and everybody responds to that differently. I got teased, you know what I'm saying? I just responded a different way, man.
Is it about your baby hair?
Bro, no, yeah, Arrow teases me about my baby hair all the time, and my tight jeans.
Yep.
And my puff. So, you know, but you know, I think he loves me. So, you know, he hangs out with me. He hangs out with me in public.
Yeah, but the hood loves me.
Yeah, the hood loves me. We went to go play pool together, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't act like he didn't know me. So I just, yeah. I think that's just something you got to, like Carrie said, you got to be aware of yourself and who you need to partner with, knowing yourself.
Hold on. Look,
who got the next?
Vicky got a question for you, Dub.
Go ahead, read it.
Were you checking the woman?
Wow.
Hey, man, I didn't take it that way. Neither, because she wasn't even talking to you, brother. All right, Dub. So it says, were you checking a woman that's disrespected your girl by trying to press you, result in you going left?
I'm trying to get some clarity on that question. It's exactly.
Were you checking a woman that's disrespected your girl by trying to press you, result in going left?
I think she's asking that in regards to, like, because you said something in regards to, you know, you kind of keep it chill because when you go in, you go in. And so I think she's asking, like, basically, is your mediocre check like you going left? Like, is there a medium? Is there
levels?
No. Everything is not about me going left. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I hate to go left. I hate to go all the way left, because when I go all the way left, I'm going left. Period. You know what I'm saying? And especially if it's just comments, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would hope, number one, I would hope my woman can take care of herself. I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's, you know, trying to say some disrespectful stuff to me in front of her, or trying to maybe talk to me a certain way or get at me or something like that, being disrespectful in front of her, I'm definitely gonna let her know, like, look, no, don't even do that. You know what I mean? At that particular point in time, I don't even have to go left. I just have to let her know, just plain and simple, nah, it ain't happening here. Don't do that.
I'm gonna be honest. Oh, go ahead.
No, you got it, bro.
Thank you. No, I was saying, just to counter this, I love a woman. Wow.
Thanks, Mike.
Look, I love a woman who will dismiss it for you. Who'll be like, no, baby, that's nothing. Don't worry about it. She just mad she's not in the seat I'm in. Like, that kind of shit, just that excels for me. Like,
and I was gonna ask y'all that. I was gonna ask y'all that. How y'all feel about the extra two, huh?
Listen.
How do y'all feel about that though? About, like, you may get into something in public and your woman takes up for you before you even get a chance to speak. Your woman is just right there, like, you know, are y'all okay with that?
Going straight to the store, buy some extra watermelon. Yeah.
Facts.
And some beet juice.
I don't even eat watermelon. We juicing tonight, baby. We juicing tonight.
You know, depending on the circumstance, like, is if, you know, she speak first. You've seen those videos, right? Those reels on Instagram where it says, like, you know, you got this soft-spoken kind of like peacemaker type dude with this, you know, this chick that pop off. You see that often. You see that yin and yang and that balance often. You know, I wouldn't mind. You know, I wouldn't mind, because I don't like to do a lot of talking anyway. I don't do the back and forth, like we got action or we don't. That's why I'm just like, hey, just leave it alone. I don't argue. I don't push. We either on or we off.
That's a fact.
I'm sorry, Carrie. I'm sorry, Carrie. I already knew. I'm sorry, Carrie. I'm apologizing before you tell your whole story.
Look, listen, it's you either on or you off, man. Listen, dude, the way he snatched that dude up in the club.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your job. Okay,
No, I
go
ain't gonna even talk about it. Like listen, I'm still talking to my therapist about that.
I'm like Dub though, man. We don't really want to hurt people. I don't know if Mike can carry that. Mike, yeah.
I used to enjoy it. I don't anymore though. Now that I got a kid, I don't enjoy hurting nobody.
That's where it resides for me.
But I'm still working on my temper though. Carrie had to sit me down. What was that? A couple of weeks ago when I was driving. Like, what are you doing? But
yeah,
I'm a work in progress.
100%.
Because listen, CJ is expensive. CJ and denim in my pocket. I'm not doing it. So Nick, you gonna have to stay out of jail.
You back on the pole, bro. I see it right now. Back on the pole.
Jesus.
Right.
First of all,
wow.
I was never on the pole. I was never on the pole, sir.
Post? You was on the post. My bad. You was on the post.
There was a post.
It wasn't a pole.
It was not a pole. It
Different.
was a post.
Different. I just got a text message that said, this is why I don't date girls who watch a lot of BET, because they have a tendency to be that pop off, petty, ready to rah type, and he said, man, that feeds into that psyche. Yeah.
Is it BET or is it reality TV?
No, it said BET.
No, I'm just saying. I'm posing a question. Is it just BET or is it reality TV? Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop.
I don't really watch a lot of BET, and a lot of it had to do with how things were being portrayed heavily, like unbalanced. And so I know I probably could watch some good shows, but I'll tell you, I just like, man, I don't want to see a whole bunch of this. But I do feel like
you stopped watching
because it wasn't
let go of Uncut. When they stopped Uncut,
exactly. When I couldn't watch it through the static lines, and I was trying to figure out what was happening.
You couldn't see the credit card swipe.
Man, started watching Telemundo, baby. You know what I say to you, my friend? Hey, it's a whole different understanding. No. Okay, my bad. I was just saying. Okay.
Oh my God. She said it. Same thing. I do believe that BET and reality TV is a taint to how women react, because the last thing, and then we can move on to the next. I can't stand a woman who pops off and puts you in a situation where you have to say something now that you really shouldn't have had to say anything, and now you in a whole situation because she didn't, excuse my French, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. One of my friends told me, man, when you're in a relationship, her mess is your mess. Oh shoot, hold on.
Facts.
My bad, bro. You froze. Go ahead.
Me? I froze.
I froze. Somebody froze.
I think Dub is froze. No, he wasn't.
No,
he was
Dub
just froze.
He tired of us. He ain't got no candles burning tonight or nothing. He's like, I'm here. Nah, but what I was saying was that one of my friends told me, like, when you with somebody, they mess becomes your mess. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like with your boys, if you got a hothead homeboy, he getting some beef. You can't just decide he ain't your boy when he get into that beef. Like, y'all got to ride together. And man, so you got to just choose your friends and your partners wisely, And I think that a lot of times that stopped me from women I found extremely attractive, had a lot of chemistry with, just how they chose to do life. I was like, nah, bro, I have too much going on in my life and in my family to get involved in what that could mean and the jeopardy of everything that I really care about. So, nah, man.
Bet.
All right, looks like we're ready.
We got on the next one. Let's go.
Who's it on, Mike or Dub?
Go ahead.
All right.
You know what's crazy, Mike? I was gonna choose that one for you, bro. Go ahead. Promise you I was.
If a woman is not into you just keep it moving, you can negotiate attraction. Again, if a woman is not into you, just keep it moving. You can't negotiate attraction.
True or false?
I'm gonna say false.
I think I'm gonna agree with you. I think you can negotiate attraction. Oh,
I'm here for it.
Wait! Everybody go around and give their answers, and then we can expound on them. So Carrie says no.
Dub is swiping left.
So wait a minute.
Double tapping.
You saying if he's not into you, there's no okay. If a woman is not into you, just keep it moving. You can absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? Because I'm just speaking from experience, right? You can't negotiate that shit. Like, look, bitch, you ain't looking at me. I don't want you anyway. I wanted you at first, but you ain't looking at me like that. You don't want me.
There will be no date with Dub tonight.
No, look, check it out though. No, seriously, like all seriousness, no. All seriousness though. Like I feel like with situations like that, you try to negotiate the attractiveness, then you start to sell yourself. You start to sell yourself short, and now you got to keep on putting up with this whole jumping through hoops just to get her to see. Because at first she didn't see you, now you're trying to negotiate. So it's like, well, look at this. Do you see this? Or look at this. Do you see this? And start to do all these extra things to try to make yourself attractive to somebody who's not even, you know what I'm saying, really checking for you like that at the beginning. And then now you're going through this whole little show. And now she finally said, okay, well, I finally see you because of the show. Now you got to keep on putting up with that whole damn show. Like, no, it's not worth it.
Gary?
I look at this a little different because sometimes I feel like it's not that. Can we put it back up one more time?
Do.
It's not that she's not into you. It's sometimes she knows that it requires a lot to have you. It requires her to do some things that she might not feel like she has the capability or even be ready for, because other men have been passive. Other men have been not to your stature. And so she got to work a little harder. She got to hold herself a little bit more accountable. So she'll rather play it off as though she's not into you because really she can't handle you.
Hey,
What about this? False. A woman not being into you may not have anything to do with you. She may find you attractive, but just isn't emotionally available.
That's technically in some aspects what I'm saying. She may not be available. She may not be ready. She may not. All four of us on here, it takes a lot to deal with us. And I'm not talking about in a heavy fashion of negative. I mean, you got to come to the table with your shit on point, because we hold ourselves accountable. If nothing else, we hold ourselves accountable for our own shit. And that is sometimes hard for women these days to deal with. A lot of men don't hold themselves accountable for shit. That means they're not going to hold them accountable for it. So it's not really about us. It's about them. Learn that in the strip club. Go ahead.
Hey.
Mike, you want to chime in on yours?
Oh yeah. So I feel the exact opposite. Only, and I say that only because I've heard, and even me myself, but I've heard situations where women would say, "Oh, you know, I didn't think he was good looking, or I didn't see nothing about him that I liked, but he just kept persistent, and finally, you know, they gave in. But as the time progressed, it's like, oh no, I do think he's attractive. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's a switch in their mind that flips it, and they start seeing things that before they didn't recognize or didn't see because they just off of first glance was like dismissed." And the more he came around, oh, he's sweet. He has a good personality. Somehow that does something to women as far as what they see physically. I don't know how it works. But I've seen it even with me. There's been women in the past where, nah, I'm cool. And then things start to change because maybe, you know what I mean? Oh, you really into me, or you're really persistent, or oh, we start to vibe about some things. And you know, that kind of changes your whole perspective of what you feel now is attractive.
I say it like this, man. When I look at this, I'm looking at the key line. You can't negotiate attraction. You can't. And I feel like what Mike is saying, that's why I'm in agreement, because I don't think the women that I have liked were as superficially driven as I can be as a man. Sometimes there's certain things that they find attraction to. And I think that through conversation, sometimes people are just really washed over with what the culture says. You know how we say on the show, you know, oh, what's trending right now? You know, I want that, you know, Idris Elba look, or I want, you know, that Rock look. And sometimes people just need to be woke up, like, you know, they're taken, and here I am. So what you think? Let's talk about realistically what you can get your hands on. Let's have a different conversation, you know, because here I am. And sometimes I feel like, you know, this goes back to conversations we've had about people feeling like, you know, they give up so easy. Like, go after what you want, you know? I know a lady at my church, she was saying how her husband, she had known him for 12 years, and she just never saw him like that until one day they were like going somewhere, they was walking through the park, and she said she just looked at him and she saw him for the first time. And that goes back to what Natalie said. Sometimes people are so mentally preoccupied trying to either heal or process or get over something from the past that it does affect their ability to see goodness in front of them. And I think that, negotiation is the tough word because it does kind of thing like you're trying to convince somebody of something that they don't want to believe. But I do believe that you can negotiate that attraction, man. It can happen.
I think. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. No, I was just gonna put up.
This is the thing that gets me, man. The word, just like you said, negotiation, right? Attraction is not always physical, right? There could be several things that attracts you to somebody. It could be physical, it could be mental, it could be spiritual, it could be, a whole bunch of things. So
it could be their edges, It could be their edges.
This nigga right here,
or the lack of,
the lack of. So I don't really look at the attraction as just the physical. But it says, talks about attraction, then it talks about negotiating it. Negotiating it is something to the, it makes me think of something to the effect of now I have to sell myself to you. Not that you can't see me on your own. There's a difference if you see me now or you see me later, right? But whether you see me now or whether you see me later, or, if you just get that aha moment, that's on you being able to look at me and say, hey, I see him. Versus me trying to make a way for you to see me, right? When I look at the word negotiating in that sense, it's almost like me trying to convince you to see me. Like, hey, look at this song and dance. Look at what else I can do. Look at this. Look at that. No, I shouldn't have to negotiate to have you see me. If you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't. Whether that be physical attraction, whether that be you see me now or you see me later, that's up to you to see me. Right, I'm not gonna have to negotiate anything to make you say, "Hey, oh, look at Dub," you know what I'm saying, or look at Carrie, or look at. Nah, I'm not gonna have to negotiate to make you see me. If you see me, you do. You don't, you don't.
I feel it.
I'm here for some negotiation. I like it.
Let's read the definition. Definition of negotiation is to obtain or bring about by discussion. I think that through life and things we've seen and maybe heard or done ourselves, we've given negotiation this negative connotation, and it don't always have to be a negative thing. You know what I mean? Because by the definition, it just means to obtain and bring about by discussion, which means we just talking. So the more I talk, you might not find me attractive at first, but the more we discuss and we talk, and you start to see my true colors, who I really am, then you may become attracted to me. Go ahead.
So check this out, Mike. Case in point. I know this girl from New York who says she don't like Cali dudes because they too soft. They don't really, they not aggressive enough. Until she started dating one and she recognized that softness was a lot of times it was portrayed towards a woman, but he had a good balance. When the guy she was used to was just aggressive in relationship, in public, in private, when he slept, he snored aggressively, and it's just like sometimes you don't know a good thing until you've experienced it. It's almost like some people say you don't know fresh air until you've actually seen it, but you're going around saying, I don't like this. You're not open to it. And sometimes somebody has to open your eyes and say, hey, you need a man, who's in touch with his soft side, with how he treats you.
He doesn't snore aggressively.
Niggas like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Just
not the whistle on the end.
Just a little bit. But and her eyes were open through negotiation. And sometimes when you see something you want and you're just like, oh, they don't want me back, so I'm good. Like sometimes that's the lesson that you learn. Like, look, this person don't know that they need somebody like you, but you need them. Just have a little conversation. Everybody say you got to change who you are, start wearing skinny jeans, and
I'm not gonna have to convince a bitch to be with me. If you want it, you want it. You don't, you don't. I'm serious. I am not gonna have to convince somebody to just say, hey, okay, I'll try it. No, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a dope dude. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't see that, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta try to convince you into seeing like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe let me do. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
is this what Mount Westmore did, nigga?
Hey,
Mount Westmore did. This nigga came back and said, hey.
Hey, I had to get my refresher back from Too Short, bitch.
Damn.
Yo,
So look. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What was that?
You want to get Pook shit out the way. Go ahead, bro. You've been trying to do it for the last. Go ahead, baby.
Nobody want to hear what you got to say. What'd you say?
I
don't think it's Pookie. I think it's Mike.
If it doesn't come in the package you think you want, you will reject it. But as he persists, it opens up more of his personality. That's basically the same thing I was saying. It may not always come in that package that you may want, but once you open that bad boy up.
So the last relationship I was in that taught me a lot of life lessons. From the gate, she was like, "I'll never date you." Said it for about a good 6 months. And then like 3 years in a relationship, I was like, "Hey, you remember you told me that you would never?" Okay, cool.
That's a good feeling in itself, though. I'm sorry.
Why did you persist, bro? When she told you that?
You know what? Because I felt like what she saw wasn't who I was. The portrayal that preceded me was
Don't
not
laugh
who
at
I
that
was.
shit,
It
Errol.
was just...
Don't laugh at that shit, Errol. I'm sorry, Kerry. I'm sorry. Hey,
no, that ain't even the one.
What kind of shit is that?
That brother need a laxative. No, that aggressive is from a different place. That's from my colon, nigga. I'm angry on the inside.
I just had to let her know, you know what I'm saying? Hey, these LA niggas, you know what I'm saying? Show you how it's done, son.
Hey.
Work the mother, yo.
Word to mother.
No, I mean, you know what? I think my aggression, and it's not even really aggression, it's passion when it comes to that sense, because I've actually tried, you know what I'm saying? I've actually tried to show women who I was, you know what I mean?
Hey, I thought he was about to say, I tried to show these bitches.
Hey, no, seriously though, I actually tried showing women who I was, and, you know, and it's just something that they didn't want, you know what I mean? Try to be, you know, the nice guy, try to be the sweet guy, try to be the guy that, you know what I mean, they saying what they need and what they want. And it's not even putting on an act or putting on a facade. It's just really being who I was, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, man, some people see you, some people don't, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to try to convince somebody to see me. If she see me, she see me, you know what I mean? But for me to try to put on this whole song and dance and just like, hey, but look, I can do this too. Oh, but look, I'm just this great guy. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. Nah, it's wasting too much of my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting too much time, energy, and focus into trying to get somebody who now I have to convince her to even notice me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the right person will notice you, and when she does notice you, whether she or he, whoever, you know what I'm saying, whether it's the ladies or the gentlemen, the right person will notice you, and it's not gonna be a struggle. It's not gonna be a struggle to just say, hey, look at me, and you know, jumping through hoops and stuff like that. Because like I said, you do it from the gate. I feel like for me, I feel like if I have to do all this song and dance just to get, you know what I'm saying, to get you to see me, I'm probably not comfortable doing a song and dance. So now that means my entire relationship with you, I'm gonna have to be uncomfortable still doing this song and dance just to get you to see me.
That makes sense, brother.
All right, you got DTF riled up. She need a laxative too. She said, "Me too, Dub. F these niggas." That's my other side. Okay.
She don't even sound right saying that shit. Shut up. Go to sleep.
Wow.
Night, Boogie.
I hear you, Pookie.
It's coming from that guy.
Yeah, that's me trying to, you know, I'm just trying to be the peacemaker again. Yeah. All right. No,
man, the
the
light skin folks is on tonight.
No, hold on, man. Hey. Wow. No, you know, Dub get the trophy tonight because Mom just texted me and said True Talk. Mom.
See?
Wow.
Just texted and said True Talk. So
bam.
There you go.
There it is.
Well,
hi, Mama.
I'm gonna keep negotiating because it's fun. I got multiple personalities. So which one you want to see today? Let's have some fun, man.
Dang, is it halftime already?
It's that time, fellas. It's that time. It's that time. Yeah, man, we've been having a lot of fun. Go ahead, Mike.
Kerry, would you like to do the honors?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. So halftime, what do we do? Go follow, like, share, Instagram. Maybe this will help the podcast. We are on YouTube live now. Maybe this will help the podcast. Of course, here on Facebook Live. Maybe this will help the podcast. We usually at this time shout out small businesses. Don't necessarily just have to be Black-owned businesses. Any small businesses, because I know right now it's a lot of small businesses, black, white, yellow, orange, that are suffering. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is real talk, though. I feel like America is built on the backs of small business owners, whether it be DJs, photographers, electricians, like all of it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they since we do have this platform, I just like to share people that send us little shout outs or places or businesses that we've experienced and went to ourselves. So I have one this week, and it is boom, Natural Beauty. She does all types of massage. I actually got a massage from her this past Saturday. That was good. Actually, I took Denim for his first professional massage, and she did it. So go check her out on Instagram, Natural Beauty. Screenshot it if you can. Also, anybody else got anything? Any businesses they want to shout out before I go on to the next?
I just like the way
I just want to say, Tanika, I'm on my way.
Hey, no, real talk. She does the deep tissue, the all the joint. Yeah, she's good though. Donnie, she may need an extra table for one of your biceps, so just let her know before you come.
I got a person. I'm trying to find I got a person. My person good too.
Why you not shouting out Sheila Price?
Because I didn't get it
every damn show.
Can I talk now?
God, I apologize, Sheila. I apologize,
Sheila.
Thank you. God, because this nigga.
Oh no, nigga, you ain't going nowhere.
Do what you do then. Y'all need to shop Laced by S&V. They have a nice little Black Friday sale coming up. So go to lacedbysnv.com and stay tuned. They still have their fall items coming out that you can buy. And then, of course, New Year's is about to drop. So you want to stay tuned, man. If you have not seen their fashion, go to lacedbysnv.com or Facebook or Instagram and check out their items that I did photography for. So it looks pretty hot. What you got,
Donnie? Sounds like the people on Price is Right when they be saying the stuff at the end. that was totally the end of Price is Right.
For sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and this could be yours for a small price of some head. So what?
Oh my God!
So listen. So at this point in time in the show, what we taking notes. Take some notes, brother. What you?
Jesus.
No, what we like to do at this time of the show. Also, before we go into the second half, tag somebody who you feel like needs to hear this content. You already know it's hilarious, but it's also insightful. It's helpful. Maybe it's helping you. Maybe it's helping us. Tag somebody that needs to hear this content right now. And then also in the chat bar, show us what's been your favorite part so far. I already know everybody gonna just quote Earl all night, but sure. What's been your favorite part of the show so far before we get into the second half? Make sure you're sharing that because that helps grow the audience. And again, we're just here. Hopefully that maybe this will help. Any other announcements, fellas?
Yeah, also don't just tag that the fact Carrie is back on the show. We know that's your favorite part about this show. Nobody cares. He's back.
Damn. Ooh.
No, before we forget, one of the most important parts, got to pass this offering tray around. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe this will help is accepting donations of all sizes. Where that brother at? Put him right there. So hey, make that sad face that they make on them commercials. They're trying to get you to adopt them dogs. So I can sell this real quick. Maybe this was the podcast. There's a lonely DJ in the area near you that needs.
He's doing it though. He's doing
the light skin eyes. That's totally different from what I asked for, bro.
Oh, he's trying to get somebody in the. Okay.
Listen, we live off of the kindness of our viewers, and you guys have been really coming through. Again, this helps pay for the platforms that we're on, help us get things going on YouTube and Facebook. We're also looking to, try to get some more assistance on the back end with some of this marketing stuff. So all your
I don't
donations.
need no assistance on my back end. I don't know about the rest of you.
This brother is interrupting my infomercial, brother. I am trying to. You know what? I'm taking Mike's cut. Listen, maybe this will help, man. Again, you guys know what we do here. Help us stay on the screen and help us expand what we're doing, man. Let's get ready to start the second half, man. We got videos coming for y'all. Yeah, we got videos coming for y'all.
Oh man, like that? Jeez, I'm nervous.
How y'all want to start it, bro?
Heavy.
I got one.
All right.
Here.
How about?
Go ahead.
How about we start with this one?
Husband store? What is this? Hello, you may visit the store only once. There are 6 floors and the value of the husband increases as the shopper ascends the flights. The shopper may choose any man for a particular floor or may choose to go up a floor, but cannot go back down except to exit building. These men have jobs. Going up. These men have jobs and love kids. Keep it going. These men have jobs, love kids, and are good looking. Wow. I gotta keep going. These men have jobs, love kids, drop dead gorgeous, and help with housework. Oh, God. I can hardly stand it. Gotta go. These men possess same qualities as 4th floor, plus good lovers. To the top, baby. There are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are hard to please. Thanks for stopping by.
God damn. God.
Yeah. Nah, God, that was good.
Unhappy ass. Okay, listen. I don't.
Damn.
That was good.
Damn it.
Yep.
Right.
That was good. And
yeah.
So are we all in agreement that this tends to happen a lot? We can't say all women because we would never say that, but does it happen more often than it should that we see? Women pass up on all these great guys thinking that, oh, the next guy is going to be even better. And then they find themselves, oh, I don't know why I'm still single after umpteen years, because you got the bar raised so high, you can't even reach it.
Oh, that part. When you can't even reach your own standard. That reminds me of a wonderful quote that I had one time. It says that if you met your dream come true, why would your dream come true want you?
Ooh. Yep.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight, or maybe this will help the podcast.
Shut her down. Shut her down. Shut her down.
If nothing else was said,
damn.
When Mike said that you got a standard that you can't even reach, that's a problem.
Jesus Christ! Put on.
Fellas, do we need to say anything else about this? I mean,
sheesh.
Have you ever been overlooked?
Jesus. I don't even know.
Yes. You know what? I have. I've been overlooked by a woman trying to get to the 6th floor.
What floor was you on, bro? Let's run this back.
According to her, I was pretty high up the floor. According to her, I was at least on the 5th floor. But she was looking for something. She was looking for something super specific.
So you weren't a good lover because I was the 5th floor.
No, 5th floor was was a good lover too. The 6th floor is just the niggas that didn't exist.
I got you, brother man from the 5th floor.
Hey, no, but honestly, she basically told me, she was like, I'm just looking for something specific, and I want a man who has this and this and this, and it's just certain things that she was saying. It was just like, wow, okay, you know what I'm saying? If that's exactly what you're looking for, like exactly to a T, and her response was like, well, I'll just know him when I see him. Like once I see him, like certain things I can't even just tell you what it is. I'll just know when I see him, and I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? If that's the specifics like that you want, and he has to do this and he has to command the room and he has to do this and he has to do that. If those are the specifics that you're looking for, then by all means, you know what I'm saying? I hope you get it. Because if you don't get it, you probably let a whole bunch of good guys pass you by you just waiting for that specific.
So is that one of them situations where we negotiate?
Nah, fuck that. You still You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so this is the thing though. This is the
Jesus.
thing though. If a man is giving his all, if he's doing everything that he possibly can, it doesn't matter what floor he's on. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
he's trying his
His
best,
goddamn plane.
it doesn't matter what floor he's on. And if you're gonna keep on passing him up because, oh no, I want this and I want that, and you know what I'm saying, then you passing him up, period. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say anything bad about you. It's just you looking for something different. You know what I mean? It's nothing it's nothing bad about him. He's just not what you're looking for. And it's all good. But
I
don't
remember. No.
Go ahead.
No, I would say that can happen even after you know somebody. That idea can happen. I remember I was talking to this one girl, and we went out on a double date with my boy and his wife, and she was like, "Don't tell them how we met." Like she didn't want them to know that we met in the strip club. I was like, "So you embarrassed of our origin story? Like, what's the issue?" And she was like, "Well, because I'm, I have this prestigious job and I work in this prestigious area. I don't really want that associated with me, but it was our story." And I think a lot of times people keep traveling up those staircases because they want this person that looks good on paper so that they can showcase it to the world, this trophy, like, look what I got, instead of being more concerned and highlighted with, look how this treats me versus look at what I got. So of course, we didn't talk too much longer after that. And this was like when I thought they got away too. But I recognized that, this was you are no longer comfortable with what you once loved, because now this industry that you're in has really got you captivated. And so it can happen at any time in a relationship, man. But you got to be aware of that stuff.
Hey, Mike, can you make this happen?
Damn.
Easy work. Yeah.
Can you make two though?
Right.
Golly.
Wow.
Can you make two of them things?
The only brother on here negotiating.
Nah, bro. You're not the only one. It's all good.
Me and Mike, we still low key got our projects.
Man, it's all
still
good.
low key.
So Donnie is the woman swap meet.
I don't think I like it. Are we ready for another video, man?
Yes, we are. Immediately.
Right. Somebody got one. Mike, Errol, was that the one you wanted to play? Or you want to do this other one?
No, I want to play this down here. I can't really remember what she said, but I know it's kind of
all right, queens. You guys have been asking for this one. 5 traits that all men want in their woman. Here we go. Number 1, physical attraction. If you want to know one thing about men, it's this. They are absolutely visual creatures. I cannot stress that enough. A man of quality is going to want a woman who takes pride in her physical appearance. She doesn't necessarily have to be the most beautiful woman in the room, but she is going to be a woman that understands the importance of how she presents herself to the world. Number 2, cooperation. And this one is so simple. If you want a man that's a natural leader, you're going to have to know how to cooperate. He's going to want to see if you can be a partner, if you can be a team player. He's not going to want to fight with you over every single little thing. If you are stubborn, combative, closed-minded, and negative, a man of quality is going to find that extremely unattractive. A lot of us women get into the bad habit of making everything a battle. And if you want a man who is high quality, he is going to have way bigger things on his mind, like running your family in the right direction. He's not going to want to argue with you over what you are going to have for dinner. Number 3, to feel wanted. Don't get me wrong. He wants you to be fully yoked. He wants you to have a life. He wants you to have all of those things. And you can be independent. You can be a boss woman, but just make sure that you're operating in that feminine energy that makes a man feel wanted. He's going to love the fact that you have passions and interests in a life outside of him, but you have to remember that a man's natural state is to be a provider and to be a protector, and he's going to want a woman that makes him feel like he has room to do that in her life. Number 4, and y'all are not going to like this one, accountability. Yeah. Harsh truth? We don't have any problem telling a man the 152 ways that they are wrong. But when the tables turn and it's our turn to be accountable, a high-quality man is going to want to see that you know how to do that. Can you apologize? Can you hold yourself accountable? For some reason, for us women, it's so hard to acknowledge when we're wrong and to say that we're sorry. But a high-quality man is going to want to see that you can do that. It goes back to being a good partner. And number 5, last but not least, I hint at this one all the time, so I'm going to speak on it now, feminine energy. I know for some reason whenever people talk about masculine energy versus feminine energy, it gets so controversial, and I really don't understand why that is. It's honestly very simple. Your grace, your class, your poise, your confidence, your nurturing, compassionate energy. If he's really looking for a wife, he's going to want to see a woman who can bring the qualities to the relationship that he naturally as a man cannot. Now here's the thing, and this message goes to men and women. It is not fair to go out into the dating market with a full list of all of the things that you need in a partner when you don't really know the first thing about what your partner is going to need from you. Relationships are a two-way street. And if you want to find and build a relationship that lasts the test of time, you're going to have to care about your partner's happiness and their needs just as much as your own.
Again, thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I like this right here. Yep.
Carrie said, that's it for me. That's all I needed.
Yep. You see that? Understand?
Oh, so I was about to put the brand up. Sorry.
Yo,
man,
she. I don't know how she did it because.
Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Right. It's so rare where you listen to a woman that doesn't have, first of all, doesn't have a negative image about men in general. You know what I'm saying? And that might be men's fault. That may be one. I don't know who started it or what came first, the egg or the chicken. But when I hear a woman articulate herself that way with no bias towards men and just really speak what seems to be her heart and what she's experienced by I don't know if it's the man she's with or just men she's dated, but the sister was on point, man. Like I was literally looking for things that may be askew or flawed in what she was saying, and for me, brother, I agree with basically every point.
Let me get a question. I had the first one was physical attraction, second one was cooperation. I didn't get the third one. Well, I got fourth was accountability, and fifth was feminine energy. What was the third one?
The third one. Are we gonna need to?
No, somebody in the audience was paying attention. I know they were. I got physical attraction, cooperation, accountability, and feminine energy. I just want to ask you, brothers, which one like stuck out the most for you? Anybody in the audience remember what the third one was? If you do, you get a free T-shirt. Said I don't negotiate with.
what space on the back of it? Like
with Doug's face doing this.
Right.
No negotiation. All right, nobody knows, huh? All right, so
Cook's good.
Okay.
I don't know if that was
it, man. I don't know. I just need to see.
Something to do with. I think it did have something to do with cooking. I want to see.
All right, queens, you guys have been asking.
It's a long video, man. From what y'all remember, what was your favorite part?
All of it.
Okay. I think for me, I'll say cooperation. That was the biggest one for me. And I think that, my favorite sometimes stems from struggles in previous relationships. And I think cooperation, it really stuck out to me when she was talking about the way she described that. And again, I'm speaking, from maybe it was something I didn't really get enough of what I wanted. But I really, and I'm thinking about the fact that listen to how many people I coach, how many relationships I coach, how many individuals I coach about their relationships. That cooperation piece is huge. The last place you want to feel like you got an enemy is in a relationship, in the bedroom. People have a tendency to be able to go through hard times, but just not with anybody else. They turn on everybody so that they can self-preserve themselves during hard times. And it is like a fight or flight reaction, but it's a skill set that we have to learn how to go through hard times with a partner. It doesn't really come natural for a lot of people. People know how to, it's the survival of the fittest, and they take that mindset into a relationship. Huh?
3 was Phil wanted. Okay. Yes.
Okay. But that's mine, man. That's the one I take away. Just that cooperation piece is a big deal, man. Not just for them, but like for myself as well. Just remembering, it's two of us, and we're fighting together. you got,
and
Mike?
I feel like a lot of times, because that's big for me too, but I feel like a lot of times that becomes lost. I don't know. It's because one of the other parties in the relationship get comfortable, so they feel like, well, like because like I've told my story previously, when in my last marriage, you know, sometimes one of the other person, they get comfortable and they feel like, oh well, I got you now. I'm chilling. I don't got to do what I used to do. I don't got to do XYZ. I could just kick back because now I got you and you're not going nowhere and I'm not going nowhere. So, you know what I mean? And it's hard to try to build with somebody that is laying on the ground. How I'm going to build this house and all you doing is laying on the floor. You're not passing me no bricks. You're not handing me the hammer. You're not nailing nothing. You're not putting nothing up. Like it's almost impossible.
What is she laying on the floor doing? Because I mean, it just depends.
See,
I'm just saying that's help too.
No. You. Okay, yeah.
So, what I'll say is, I think all of them are very important. But if I had to choose one that sticks out, I would say it's the accountability. I would say it's the accountability. Like I cannot stand somebody who always want to pass the buck and just, you know, you're wrong. But like, where do you take accountability for your actions and say, okay, you know what, you probably were wrong in this area, but I was definitely wrong here. Or not even having to throw the fact that where you were wrong at, just say, okay, you know what, this is where I was wrong at. You know, I understand I was wrong in this particular area. And is honestly, you know what I mean, you can't say all women are like that, but from my experience, it has been very difficult for a woman to take accountability. Just from my experience, I can't say, you know what I'm saying, it's everybody like that, but just from my experience, it's been very difficult. And I try to, you know, I'll plead my side, I'll plead my case and say, hey, but you know what, this hurt my feelings, or this bothered me, and this made me feel a certain way, or blah blah blah. And it's still just, yeah, but this and this is like, you know what, fuck it, I don't even give a shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do.
Because I'm not finna negotiate with no bitch.
Hey,
ever.
That's what it is.
Not never.
So I think
for me,
the accountability is big.
For me, at this point, I was telling somebody the other day, there are things that you need in relationships, and then there are things that you want. The things that you want will eventually come, or maybe they won't, but the things that you need are the things that allow you to invest yourself into a situation. For me, I do find that, you know, the things that I need, which is accountability and things of that sort, are things that I'm requiring from the gate. So those things are a need for me before I can even get into it. But I do find that in getting into it with people that have the things that I need, something that I want is to feel wanted, you know, because a lot of times I hate y'all. A lot of times women forget that we want to feel the same way that you do. You know, we want to have that same, you know, feeling of being desired. I don't even want to say in an extreme fashion. Yes, actually, you know, you want to come home and feel that shimmy. You feel me? Yeah. But that's something that from the smallest guy to the biggest guy, every man has that little being inside of them that they want to know that you are what they think about. You are what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are something that is desired in every fashion, not just when it's a benefit to you, not just when you are feeling wanted. I don't want you to make me feel wanted when you are, you know, when I'm making you feel that way. Make me feel that way when it's nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Nothing extra where I'm not doing something outside of what's going to make you feel good. And I just think that that's something that is negated from men on the regular.
That's really good, because sometimes in these relationships or dating, whatever you call it, that we don't really, as men, we don't really see that until we bring flowers home. Then it wants to be reciprocated, or till we, you know what I mean, take them out to eat, or buy them a bag, or buy them some heels, or fly them out somewhere. Then we see the reciprocation, and it's just nice when we don't have to do nothing to receive that.
Because I like flowers.
Facts.
Wow.
There's your
Wow.
flower.
Wow.
Fuck.
Wow.
All right.
Be careful.
That's
what
another
you say
3 month
on this
hiatus.
show. Wow. That's why he left last time.
He's out of
That's why
here.
he left last time.
He is out of here.
Man.
Wow.
So let me say this, fellas. If we moving forward, right, and we, everybody trying to move into marriage, is that for the most part?
Absolutely.
So I ain't negotiating.
Name depend on
that brother gave me the stone cold look. I said, listen, I ain't
yeah, that's where I want to be.
that's gonna be air on in 20 years.
How damn, you a cold nigga, boy. I tell you what.
I like fire roses. She asked.
Listen, we like them greenbacks.
I'll say that's my favorite flower right there. You can send me a bouquet today. Shoot. My question to you guys was, how are you gonna? Because these are some good points. How are you gonna let this be known where you land next? That these 5 points are important to you. How do they come up to you? Are we taking the approach we did at the beginning of the show? Like if she knows, she know. If she don't know, that's her bad, and I'm stepping to the left. I need somebody who knows this up front. Or are you gonna take time to explain, like, yo, I'm feeling you, and these are kind of the things that I see as green flags. These are things that really work for me.
I'm vocal. I'll say it. I'm straightforward. You know what I mean? I don't want to waste nobody's time, and I don't want my time wasted either. So I'm vocal about things that I like, things that I want, things that I don't go for. I tell you straight up, look, I'm not going for that. I'm not trying to change nobody, but this is what I'm willing to go for. This is what I'm not willing to go for. It's good. Like you guys are talking about flowers. It's good when somebody just pays attention to you. You know what I mean? And you don't even have to ask for anything like that. They just do it just because. If it's something that you need, you just randomly make mention of it. Like, oh, I need to get this. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you get a package at your door, like exactly the same thing that you said you needed to get. You know what I mean? Stuff like that is just it's appreciative because it's just like you're listening to me. And even though it's something that I wanted to do for myself, that I was gonna do for myself, and I wasn't asking you for it, you just took the time and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make it a little bit easier on him.
Have you ever had somebody do that you weren't in a relationship with, and you found yourself kind of like giving them a little more attention? Like, what you all about?
You asking me specifically?
Any of y'all?
Oh, I thought you just put. I don't know. I didn't know if you was asking me specifically or you was asking everybody. I have had someone do that. For me though, that's not something that just makes me look at a person more because they do something like that. If I'm looking at that person, I'm looking at that person. You know what I mean? That's not gonna make me just so happen. If I wasn't looking at her, that's not gonna make me just so happen to look at her.
That kind of stuff. I asked that because that kind of stuff gets my attention. Man, I think even more than what's good for my eyes, what's good for my soul, man. That wins me over, man. Like that really does, create some equity with me. Fellas.
Dub said he's very vocal, and I am as well. My problem is I don't like repeating shit because I feel like if I gotta repeat it, you're not fucking listening, and that's a problem for me. That's like a huge problem for me. Whether it's something that in correction, or you know what I'm saying, it's something in development, like. I don't want to have to repeat the same shit over and over again. That's the things I have to do with my child. And me being a grandfather now. Yeah, I snuck that in.
Pawpaw.
Yeah, man.
Wow. This nigga.
Sade had the baby, by the way, guys.
Congratulations, brother.
All right.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off the air.
No, I'm good.
No, that's just something that Listen, I didn't want to talk about it either, but it's there now.
We don't lie here.
Not at all. But beyond the point, that's something that I just have a problem with. Straight shooter, baby. I don't want to repeat it. That's my whole thing. I totally agree with everything Dub is saying. I just don't want to have to repeat the shit.
Got you. Mike, you want to chime in?
No, sir.
Good? All right. I understand that 100%. Hey, we do have another video though if y'all want to get into it.
Actually, we have another video because the video that E wanted to put up, Jay just sent to me. I don't know, we didn't get a chance to get it on here before, but it's on here if y'all want to do that one. The one with Will.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good too.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So let's do it.
You can't punish people for mistakes. You know, it's like you have to forgive people. And a big part of that, you know, is forgiving yourself. We don't forgive ourselves for stuff, and it makes it impossible for us to forgive other people. That last time with Daddy-O, I just learned what love is. Love is not punishing people and beating on them for what they did and hanging on to that trifling shit, you know, that they did to you. And it's like getting out of being a victim, you know. And Daddy-O and his death purified my heart in a way that I love life. Like, I love the opportunity to be better. I love the opportunity to work with people to find their way. And he helped me cultivate like an emotional invincibility. To love and to be loved is really all there is. And everything else needs to be set up to support that. You know, when you see things and you read things in the press and you don't understand exactly what's going on, just know that everybody in my life and everybody on my side and in my team and my wife and my ex and my children, what you're watching is an experiment in unconditional love.
Yep.
Let me start before we go any further, man. Mike, this kind of, I mean, you know, I love you, bro, and this doesn't have, I don't want to say it, nothing to do with you, but this is to the two on my left right here. This past couple of months have been a lot of growth and experience in learning how to love people unconditionally, because my immediate is gone. I have said some things, I have done some things over the past 20 years to both of you gentlemen, but you love me unconditionally. I'll never, ever, ever in life forget the dumbass words that came out of my mouth in Texas. And I publicly want to tell you that I love you, Dub, and I'm sorry, bro, because I never meant it. It was a very immature moment. And I don't know if you know how much it affected me to not have you speak to me. I mean, living in the same house and not talking to each other. As much as I tried to balance myself and say that I didn't care, it hurt me. And it hurt me to know that I hurt you. And I don't think I've ever said it publicly. And we've joked it off and we've laughed it off. But y'all are my family. I sat in a quiet house for the past couple months. And in 40 years of my life, this house has never been quiet. And it makes you realize that the people that you choose to call family They don't have to love you back. They don't have to accept your mistakes. And when they choose to, it's only because they love you and love you with the love of God. My brother said something to me, and um, we about this is almost 20 years ago, man, that he felt like we never got back to being as close as we were. And I'm sorry. I am sorry because I never meant to separate over something so small and minute. And I have tormented myself in private because you want to act like everything is okay because you don't want people to see this. And I just want to tell y'all that, man, like, I love y'all. Like, and I'm grateful for you. As angry as I have been, as angry as I can be, y'all still love me for me, man. And I'm grateful. And what Will said is is so key because this is an experiment in unconditional love. Because, nigga, I know I'm hard to love at times. And I just thank y'all for doing it anyway, man. And I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's what really this show is all about. It's pretty much a behind the scenes look at our everyday relationship amongst four black men who have struggles like everybody else, who try to figure out life and all the shit that it throws at us like everybody else, and it and sometimes we it on the show for you guys. I know it seems like everything is always sunshine and roses between the four of us, and we never have any hiccups or any issues, and actually that's far from the truth. We do have issues. We do have things that need to be worked out amongst us. But the thing that I love about this circle and these three gentlemen that are on the panel, we always set aside time to talk about shit. Whether it's we need to call a meeting, whether it's one on one, whether it's intervention style, like hey, we all talk. Let's reach out and get our brother together. Whatever the case may be, there's always a mode of like we talked about before, accountability. There's always a mode of having our brothers back, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's been many times where for me, I'll speak for myself. For me, at least, I second guess the circle only because you going into something where you think you know what real friends are, and then coming into a circle where it's more of a brotherhood was scary, and it was very different for me because I don't think I had ever really felt that like I feel it in this group of gentlemen, and it really makes you look at yourself. You know what I mean? It makes you look in the mirror like, am I the cat that I thought I was? You know what I mean? Am I the cat that really lives the life that he's talking about on the show, or I'm that guy that just talks on the show and then goes off the show and is a completely different person. And we're big on accountability, man, and it's a blessing to have this show as an outlet. It's a blessing to have my brothers also as an outlet at times, and it's always iron and sharpening iron with you fellas, and I appreciate that, man, like to the fullest.
Man, it's what it's one thing that I recognize, and I think we all recognize. We've had conversations about it before. You can't walk in a lie
Child.
and expect true results. You know what I'm saying? You walk in your truth, you know what I'm saying? And walking in your truth also means that you have to take accountability and take accountability for your actions, but it really means that you have to look in the mirror. The problem is a lot of people are really scared to look in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like the thing is like this. I'm in my body. I can see out. I feel what I feel, but I can see out. That's all I'm looking at. Right? I know exactly how I feel. But it takes for me to not just see from the internal and be able to look out. It takes for me to be able to look in the mirror and be able to look at myself and see what I see. You know what I mean? It also takes me stepping out of my own shoes and my own feelings and understanding that just like I have feelings and just like other people have different things that's going on, somebody else has feelings. Just like something may bother me or make me feel a certain way or maybe hurt my feelings, I do that to other people. So with that being the case, is like I understand that why accountability is so important for me is because if you do something to hurt somebody and make somebody feel a certain way and you can't even acknowledge that, you can't even say, you know what, damn, I messed up. You know what I mean? It's always about what you do to me, what you do to me. If you can't just sit up here and say, you know what, let me look at in the mirror and say, okay, you know what did I contribute to this whole situation? How did I mess up? Because sometimes people do stuff and it's reactive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sometimes people do stuff and it's just reactive. You did this to me, so naturally I'm protecting myself. I'm gonna react, right? But sometimes we just have to look at ourselves and say, okay, you know what? What did I do in this whole situation? And I'm huge on that. You know, that's one of the hardest things you can do, which is being honest with yourself. It's one thing about being honest with people or deceiving people or holding information away from people. Oh, well, I can tell them this, but I don't want them to know this. Or I can show them this side of me, but I don't want them to see this side of me. You know, or I have this image, this reputation to uphold, so I can't let people see this side of me. No, that's not being honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you have different facets of who you are, your being, you're not just 100% one way altogether. You have multiple facets of your being, and you should be able to be all those different facets at the right time. Don't try to house anything and say, okay, well, I can't let this get off. I can't let this show because if I let this show, then people start to think this about me and I think less about me or this or that. Nah, you got to be 100. You know, and being 100 is not just being 100 with everybody else, but you got to be 100 with yourself first. So, I mean, I just want to say, you know, bro, I appreciate you saying this. You know what I'm saying? Um, I definitely 100% appreciate you saying it. It means more to me than a lot. Um, and it didn't even have to be public, right? It didn't even have to be on this platform. But I definitely appreciate you just taking the time and saying it's like I'm not one of them people that everything has to be put out on blast, and you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm everybody, you know, people that know me knows I'm a very private person. But I definitely appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Like I love the humility. You know what I'm saying? I love the humility, we're vulnerable with each other all the time. You know what I mean? But it's just the humility right now. I love it, man. I appreciate that so much.
And this is what for those that don't realize what's going on. This is what is called healing. So you see a relationship and you see a friendship, but in that relationship and friendship, especially when it's been over a long period of time, what happens is there's little tiny fractures that happen in the friendship. It's not broken, but it's these little tiny fractures that may bother you every now and then. You may walk on a certain way, you may feel it like, oh, and you may remember that, right? So what's happening now is those little fractures are being healed and made whole again. Kerry, like Dub said, Kerry didn't have to say nothing about that. Kerry really could have felt that he was sorry for what he said, but he didn't have to say nothing about it. And Dub didn't have to accept the apology or anything. He could have just said okay. But when you come to a point of maturity And you can say as a man, hey, I messed up. Yeah, it was years ago. Years ago. Nothing had to be said about that. That was years ago. But to bring it up and then apologize for it, it says a lot about you, sir. And then the fact that Dub, it meant so much to him, it says something about Dub as well. It says that you two brothers love each other, and then you care about each other, and more than that, you care about the investment that you guys have made in one another, and that's big for me. That's big for me.
So what I want to say is this is what I want to say. I don't want anybody that's looking to think that it was some type of separation between me and my brother. I love my brother. He ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It was no separation, and I don't want anybody looking at this to draw their own conclusion, thinking it was some type of separation or division, because it wasn't. You know what I mean? So I just want that to be said.
When you are healing, it's not it's not just the outer. You know, when your body, when you cut yourself and your body is healing, there is it starts from within. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you don't realize that the wound is healing itself. You know, for us, we see the outside, we see the scab,
Right.
and we don't see the development of the healing process from within, from the flesh within. And this, again, like Dub said, this wasn't something that, you know, I wasn't off the show because of that, but God gave me some things in my time being off of the show, and a lot of reality into things that I overlooked, because I started to see things in my own life that had happened before, or that was unacknowledged, that I felt like, you know, if someone had have said something, if someone had have tapped into this, or even apologized for this, or even just acknowledged, to even have a conversation about, maybe I would have felt better. Maybe the relationships that were not mended might have been mended, or the conversations that should have been had then would have helped me with some conversations that I've had to have currently.
Right.
That's where that came from, because when you're wrong, you're wrong, period. There's no statute of limitations in, you know, being wrong. So it's something that needs to be acknowledged, and I'm saying this to anybody that's watching this show right now. If you have done something, or you made someone feel some type of way, acknowledge it. You may think that it might not be anything to them, and for a while I felt like, you know, well, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal, but then I started to realize in the process of the last few months, how it made me feel, and I'm the one that did it. You know what I'm saying? And so in that aspect, I felt like it needed to be, and this wasn't a, you know, let me do this. Like Dub said, Dub is not a public person. So this wasn't something that was like set to happen on the show. But I mean, when you watch something like that, and it's something that moves your heart, you know, it's something, it was no time like the present to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
Because these men have shown me, including Mike, unconditional love. Like, anybody that knows me knows my you know, things I've been through, and especially what I'm dealing with currently. I need my family, you know what I'm saying? And I don't the level of separation that the adversary tries to put within, to little things that can turn into big things. Because, you know, if you hurt yourself, like Mike was saying earlier in regards to, like, you know, fractures, you can hurt something and not ever get it tended to, and it becomes worse.
Yep.
And it just keeps becoming an issue. And it may feel like it's healed, but then you try to run a route or play with somebody, and immediately it's hurt again. So it just needed to be acknowledged.
I think something else that needs to be acknowledged.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
All right. You give a Bible quote. The Bible says that when I was this is for Mike especially. Bible says that when I was a child, I spoke, thought, and reasoned as a child, and posted as a child. But when I became a man, I put my childish ways behind me. Becoming a man is an ongoing process. And as you're becoming in different areas of your life, it's only right to let that man come forward. And I feel like that's what Carrie just did. Yep. And I feel like we've all had our moments on this show where we decided to put some childish ways beside us, and that man came forward and spoke up. And the epitome of what accountability is for brothers is to not let ourselves revert back to child. That is what brothers hold each other accountable to, maintaining that manhood. And that's where we get on each other's nerves, because oftentimes there is that temptation to go back to my childish ways of thinking, reasoning, and speaking. And it's not about perfection. It isn't. Even being y'all's brother is an experiment. I haven't perfected it. I haven't mastered it. Don't even know if that's possible.
Not even close.
Yeah, man. Not even just. I mean, love alone. I feels better already. Just felt right for a moment. Just embrace the moments when you feel like enemies out of the room. I think that the part that I took from that video that really touched me the most was it's an experiment, man. And that's why I try my best to remind myself, what I know is what I know right now, but there can be some new information introduced to me and make me feel totally different. I love just changing my mind about how I feel about things. I want to negotiate today, tomorrow I might change my mind. I'm just glad to be on this walk with y'all. And it's not about always liking you. It's not always about trusting you. It's about the fact that we made decisions, as Dub will say, I chose you. And we keep choosing each other. And I think that God's going to continue to do amazing work as we continue to choose one another and hold each other accountable, not to slip back into those childish ways that the enemy wants us to, because that's where we sabotage all this greatness that God has in store for us. So I love y'all, man. I think that's a good segue into, what we normally do and how we close out. Unless anybody else has anything else they want to add.
No, sir. Let's do it.
That's it.
All right. So let me get ready to put this up. I have two things I want to share tonight. I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, I love to see men doing this and all that kind of stuff. There's a resource book. If you have men in your life who are struggling with how to express emotions, how to do any kind of intimate relationship, there's a book called In the Room with Men, a case book of therapeutic change. In the Room with Men, a case book on therapeutic change. It's going to work much better this way. Yeah, because I can't stand these brothers. Y'all want to be in the room with men. It's scary. It's always scary.
Don't blame me. That's a comment.
This is a book that really is good for men to read, to help process certain things, because so much of the world, the way it's marketed, how to do life, the way it's marketed, is appealing to a very emotional approach to doing life. And I think that some men and even some women just aren't wired that way. So there's a giant portion of the population that just doesn't feel comfortable on this planet. They just don't feel right in this life because the marketing is towards a different kind of person. But I think this book will be beneficial for men, but maybe even for some women as well. So again, it's called In the Room with Men, a case book of therapeutic change. If anybody's looking to get that book, you can go online and find it. Or what we do have is another resource. You guys know that we put this number up at the end of every show. It's a mental health hotline, 24 hours a day. It's called the Access Line. You can call 1-800-854-7771, 1-800-854-7771. If you're struggling with some emotions, maybe something on the show triggered you. Maybe there's something that just you got up under your skin, or maybe has some thoughts, and you really want to take it to the next level. You want to talk to a professional therapist or a counselor, or maybe get a part of a support group because maybe some things came up that you're ready to confront and deal with. That's what we're here for. Maybe this will help. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe it'll help us. Maybe something was said today that will makes you want to take a certain stand in your life against these thoughts, against these habits, against these addictions, against these ways of thinking. You don't really want to feel this way, but you feel like you have to feel this way because you don't feel safe being no other way. It's tough. It's tough when you feel obligated during this time of year to be around people that you call family but don't treat you like family. It's tough to feel obligated to have to buy gifts for all these people and you barely have enough money throughout the week to put gas in your car. It's expectations on you and it's tough.
Man.
And what we want is to help people get free.
Yeah.
Get free and gain sight. That's what Jesus came. Set captives free and restore sight to the blind. That's two of the things he came to do. And hopefully some of that's happening on this show. It's the onset of something beautiful that you could take a stance and say enough of trying to do this life as a pretender.
Yeah.
And I want to take my costume off. I want to get healed for real. I'm tired of just pretending to be okay. I'm a shadow of myself, no substance. You want to return back to yourself. That's what my therapist said. He said, life doesn't begin until you get back to you. But we've rationalized why it was okay to leave ourselves, abandon our morals, compromise our identity, and become whatever the world said we should be for smoke and mirrors. But today you can make a change. You can call 1-800-854-7771, get connected with some people that can get you on the path. You can also continue to watch this show. You can also pray. You can also open up your Bible. You can also get this book, do something.
And just to expound on what Donnie's saying, it may not be easy, man. I'll say this. For me, it wasn't easy at all. It's actually very hard, and it's definitely an ongoing process, always a learning experience. But like they say in rehab and even in therapy, taking the first step is, like Donnie said, doing something. Sitting at home saying, I'm not the me I used to be, is not going to make you the you used to be. In fact, you don't even want to go back to being the you used to be. You want to be somebody totally new, somebody totally better. So stop trying to look back at how you used to be. And I was always this. So what? Look forward, right? Want to be better than the you used to be.
My therapist gave me a quote. And I carry it with me often. He says, what you do makes a difference. However, you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make.
100%. 100%. That video with Will Smith said that you don't punish people for making mistakes. But I want to publicly say that KR, I don't accept your apology because that's not a mistake. You do this every episode. You get on here and talk about his chocolateness. Errol is not chocolate. No, I don't accept it, and you will be punished.
Listen, Kizzy. You ain't gotta apologize to these niggas for.
So, and like we were saying, Donnie, I thought, wow,
you ain't about to mute this.
I thought we found the root of the problem.
Yeah.
Listen, Jack.
I will be heard.
Exactly.
Wow.
Apologize.
All right.
You know what?
Wow. Did he close the show on you, E?
You see?
Wow.
Dub, you can go ahead and share your piece, and then you can pray us out too. Just talk to White Jesus for us.
Talk to White Jesus. Hey, check this out. Hey, Jesus wasn't I don't like these niggas. That's weird.
Oh man, he's in there giving body shots tonight.
Just wait. Because you know what? One day I'm gonna finally do.
Okay. Look at his face. He left the show.
Hey, bro, you gotta come back and pray. You gotta pray us out. Oh man.
Jesus.
That dude left out. He's not even backstage. He's gone.
He left the studio, bro.
He shut down the whole laptop. Control Alt Delete. Golly. He didn't rip the router out the wall. He's done. He's not coming back.
Oh, man.
We got him. We got him.
Will not hold you down.
We need you to pray us out, bro.
Hey, I ain't praying nothing, because if I talk to God right now, boy, let me tell you the kind of stuff that I'm gonna hold you down.
I'm sorry, Dub. It wasn't like this before I came back. I'm sorry.
I really don't even give a damn. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I don't appreciate y'all doing my boy like that at all.
Oh man. Mike, you could pray us out, man.
I'm not. Nobody is safe. I'm not saying nothing. Nobody is safe. The audience may have to pray for themselves tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Oh man, Carrie, your first day back. Come on, pray us out, man. You got us in tears.
You're the one with your finger on the trigger right now, Donnie. You pray.
Let's get that man out of here. How about that? Hey, listen, everybody. I'll hold you down. So, everybody, this was my last episode, and maybe this will help. I will see you guys later. Bye, nigga.
Oh. Oh my God. All right. We're gonna pray. Y'all gonna leave me out here by myself? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. We ain't even look the chat. We sorry, y'all. Not really. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for this night. We thank you that we were able to transition into so many different arenas of emotions for your growth, for our personal growth in you, God. We bless you for tonight, the ministry that did happen, the people that were helped. We know something was said that helped somebody. We know. And we pray that we're all good soil. We thank you, Father God, that we'll take what was said tonight, apply it to our lives so that we can be the version of ourselves, the true version of ourselves you made us to be. We bind the enemy right now in Jesus' name. Any tricks and lies he's trying to present to our mind, help us to live in your truth only. Help us, Father God, to identify the lies of the enemy, the ones we keep repeating to ourselves, and fix our confessions. Correct our beliefs and help us to fix our confessions, to say what your word says about us, and help us to take the appropriate steps to sit with the people you've gifted to help people find freedom in the area of emotions and psychology. We thank you, Father God, that you will present us with people, bring us into the right groups, that we can find accountability and support on this path, that we don't have to cry ourselves to sleep anymore, that we don't have to live in regret of things that we've done in the past, that we can make the connections with the people we need to make to reconcile what's been made wrong, that the enemy will not have victory in any relationship in our life, past or present or future. People who've had issue with their baby's father, baby's mother, that you can make that thing right and sustainable. Co-parenting is possible. We thank you that it can be healthy. There's a lie of the enemy that it has to be toxic, unhealthy. Father God, we know that one touch from you can change so much. Amen. We know, Father God, that you can correct any mental disorder. You can heal any hurt from the past that's been affecting our behavior that make us act irrationally at times. Father God, tenderize our hearts. Help us to be the light and to be the love, and know that true love really does drive out fear, and that you've called us to be the difference in this generation. Help us not to become like the issue. Help us to stand for love and compassion and empathy, Father God, for boundaries, but also, Father God, for inclusion. We thank you, Father God. You will guide us every step of the way as we exit this episode tonight, Father God. I pray, Lord, the right people find it and they re-listen, and that they share it, Father God, and that nothing can stop this word from going forward. Strengthen the angels assigned to the care of us and everyone who's been listening, that they may arrive without delay. In Jesus' name, we say, amen.
Amen. Amen.
I'll hold you down.